Hello, Packer fans and NFL fans around the world. Thanks for watching. Wow, at the end of the day, we are 13-3. What a great season. I would not have picked, and I did not predict that we would be this good record-wise. Phenomenal. So let's quickly talk about the Detroit game and then go into the playoff scenarios. So if you think about it, the good, the bad, and the ugly about the Detroit game. The good is we found a way to win. Comeback win. Crosby hits the game winner. What an awesome second half. I was super impressed with our composure and the way we kept fighting. We found a way to win. Rodgers and the whole team just found a way. And so I was thankful for that. The bad is Detroit has not only battled well, but they just have not been good enough to win games. It's been very close games, so they can't find ways to win. And so they looked decent. Loved that touchdown pass by Amendola to their rookie quarterback. That was really cool. Obviously don't want that happening against us, but it happened. So... but the bad is that we actually didn't look good for the first half and most of the third quarter. The bad is that are we going to be okay? I think these are some of the things that we've got to figure out. And so going into the playoffs, I am a little concerned with how we've been playing, but we've been finding ways to win. So there was a lot of bad today. In fact, the drops, Scantling, I don't know what is going on with you. You made a big catch at the end, but at the end of the day, that one catch, I know it was behind you, but I feel like you could have had that. Route running wise, just not fast enough. You got to use that speed. Jimmy Graham dropped a huge pass in the first half. Man, like there was all kinds of stuff that was going on that I felt was bad. Now let's quickly turn to the ugly, and there was a lot of ugly, and namely, and this is shocking to me to even say it, but Aaron Rodgers had an ugly game. He was not on, he was missing guys, he was frustrated with his team, he was frustrated with his wide receivers. Lassard played awesome. I really loved watching him. If he can turn into our true number 2 wide receiver, I'll be very happy about that. Devontae Adams had a good game as well, had a couple bad moments. Aaron Jones played well. The ugly was we thought that he was injured, and you're like, the two things you wanted to do that day is win the game so you can get the bye week and not get injured. So now walking in the playoffs. So there were some really ugly moments to this game. We should have beat them and beat them handily. The first half was so bad. There was a moment there where Rodgers was 2 for 11. I mean, and we found a way to win, but I'm a little nervous about how that's all shaking down. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, I could go play after play like I have been, but you saw the game. What did you think? Please leave in the comments what you thought. Now, going into the playoff picture, tonight's the big matchup. In fact, it's happening right now. It's just started. And it's Seahawks are hosting the 49ers, which would normally be an incredible rivalry. But I'm leaning that the 49ers are going to win this game because Seattle's so injured. I'm pumped that Beast Mode is back in Seattle, and I hope that they win. And if they win, we get the first overall first overall bye, the number 1 seed in the NFC. So it's nuts what's going on. I'm anticipating that the 49ers are going to be first, and then Seattle's going to go into that other spot there, the 5 seed. And so we'll get the number 2 seed. Now, if I'm wrong, then it all changes. But looking at what the playoff picture is, if I'm right, the 49ers end up winning tonight, it would mean that the Saints host the Vikings, which that's going to be a crazy game. I'd anticipate that the Saints are going to win that game. But you never know. Like, Vikings are good enough to win that one as well. But the lock of the week's got to be Seahawks, or if it's going to be 49ers, over the Eagles. And the Eagles, big win today, big win last week against Dallas. Congratulations to the Eagles, but they too are injured and just do not look good. So you never know. They're former Super Bowl champs from a couple years ago. So anything can happen, but I think they're the weakest team going in. A lot of people are going to look at Green Bay and the way that we've beat teams and just barely beat weaker teams that didn't make the playoffs and say we're going to be the underdogs. Even though we're 13-3, even though we got Lambeau as our home advantage. Like, whoever comes out of that we end up playing. So it's either going to be the Vikings, the Saints, the Eagles, or the Seahawks. And people are going to pick the other team. Well, not against if it's the Eagles. Then they'll pick Green Bay. You watch. We're going to be the lower seed. People aren't going to be in our corner. But one thing that Rodgers said in his press conference is that they're a much more balanced team, and I would agree with that. Our defense is so much better nowadays than we've seen in a long time here. And if we can just click on offense, if we can shore up a few things, if Jamal Williams can come back healthy, I think we can make a run. My prediction, I believe, it was that we're Super Bowl champs, and looking forward to that. On the other side, incredible, like New England lost to Miami. That happens every so often, and so on the biggest game of the year for them, way to go, Dolphins. So that means that New England is not hosting a home game since 2009. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's 2019, going to be 2020. That is an incredible run by the Patriots, and they are going to have to go on the road. Foxborough is a tough place to play, and that's insane. So the Chiefs are in the bye week, now and have a bye, and then the Ravens are in the bye. So it's going to be craziness there. Could you imagine Buffalo beating, New England? That would be incredible. I don't even know. Did Buffalo even make the playoffs? I think they did. Anyways, you guys know better than I do. I'm just kind of going here. What are they saying? Buffalo plays. Okay, it looks like they could play each other. I don't know. But I would love to see that. Buffalo fans, you would love to see that. But I still think New England finds ways to somehow make the NFC Championship game. In fact, my call is New England and Kansas City are going to be in the final, the AFC final. And we're going to see. I mean, I know all of you guys are like, what, Baltimore? Listen, I think Baltimore's been great. But to win in the playoffs, it's a different animal, it's a different beast. So those are my quick predictions right now. We'll see what happens tonight in this game. I'm super pumped for the playoffs. We are in the playoffs. We've got a bye week coming up. We get to sit back, relax, watch the other teams fight it out. We get to get healthier. We get to game plan. I'm pumped, man. Are you pumped for the playoffs? Because I'm pumped for the playoffs. So, hey, like that. Hit that like button, comment, please, and subscribe. Share it on your social media accounts. And, of course, go Pack, go!